Good evening, students. So today we are going to study, or we are going to discuss with a new topic, that is network design methodology. Also we can call it as a network design life cycle, PPDIOO model, right? Which having 6 phases, right? And what are the benefits of this particular life cycle, that also we will discuss in today's lecture. But before starting today's lecture, we will see what we have covered in our last lecture. Okay, so we already know how the network is evolved from fixed computing to this particular internet of everything, internet of everything way, right? And now we will also last time discuss how IT can be evolved with respect to the connectivity, also. Then we discuss how the intelligence can be embedded into the existing network infrastructure. Then we have discussed about the Cisco's SONA architecture or framework, that is service oriented network architecture framework. Also we have discussed, which having 3 layers: the network infrastructure layer, then interactive service layer, and the business or application layer, which also having an collaboration layer in that particular layer, right? And then the benefits of the SONA service oriented network architecture also we have discussed. In that security, performance, manageability, fault tolerance, and all that things we have already discussed, right? So now let's start with the today's session with this particular network design life cycle, which we also call as a network design methodology, or we can call it as an life cycle, or we can call it as an PPDIOO model also. Okay, so the question asked in your examination is multiple ways, many ways, right? So you need to aware about so network design methodology. If they ask the PPDIOO methodology, if they ask the network design life cycle, right? So all these things is nothing but the same, right? So we will discuss this. So there are a total 6 phases in this particular network design life cycle. So you already studied this software design life cycle, right? The SDLC models you have already studied. In that also the several models are there. For example, I want to give for example, then the prototype model is there, waterfall model is there, then incremental model is there, agile model is there, right? So all these are nothing but the different models under the SDLC, right? So likewise there is a one model that is called as PPDIOO model, which are under your network design life cycle. Okay, so we will study one by one each phases, right? So here if you consider, the first P is nothing but for the first phase, that is prepare, right? The second P is for the planning phase, that is the second phase. In this particular diagram also you will see. Then the third is the design phase, the fourth one is your implement phase, this one, and the fifth phase is operation phase, and the last one is sixth one is nothing but your optimization phase, right? So we will see in each of the phases what are the tasks one can need to do with respect to the network designing, right? So if you consider the first phase, we will talking about now the first phase, that is preparation phase, right? So it involves, and like in SDLC also you will see one document you need to prepare, that is SRS document, that is software requirement specification document you need to prepare before designing any kind of the softwares, right? You need to analyze first for functional and non-functional requirements of that particular software, right? So likewise for network also, designing network also, you need to gather, or you need to collect some organizational requirements also, right? So in whether you need to design any kind of the network, right, or any existing network, if you wanted to upgrade, right, you need to find out what are the network requirements of that particular organization. organizational requirements are there, right? You need to also develop a network strategy, right? From which strategy or approach you are using for designing that particular network, right? You need to use a very high level conceptual architecture, right? With the help of some different technologies which can be support to that particular your proposed architecture, right? And also you need to think upon the cost of that particular network infrastructure as well, right? The financial you need to give the justification for your each and every task, right? That also you need to be taken care of, right, in your preparation phase itself, right? So after the preparation phase, if you see, the output of this particular preparation phase is nothing but the input of your phase number 2, that is your planning phase, right? So whatever identifying requirement in your preparation phase, right, that you need to again you need to check in whenever you are planning the designing any kind of the network, right? So identifying the network requirement is one point, right? Then you need to again think upon the goals of the network, right? What is the what are the planning of the organizational to any future planning is there of any that particular organization for growth, right? That also you need to keep in mind while designing any kind of the network, right? Then whenever you are wherever you are deploying or installation of a network where it can be installed, right, that place, that area you also need to be assessed. Then then need to be you assessment must be there. Then you need to analyze if you wanted to upgrade any existing infrastructure, upgrade if any existing network architecture, right? Then you need to examine what changes or what upgradation you are suggesting to that particular organization, right? Whether these are the feasibility of all these changes are there or not, that you need to analyze first, right? You need to do a network audit for that purpose, right? So after that you come to know what are the different failures are there, what are the different parts you need to upgrade, right? What are the internet networking devices that you need to replace, right? And all that things. So by using this particular gap analysis, you come to know whether the existing system infrastructure or that particular area or that particular environment can be useful for your proposed system or not, right? So this particular project plan can be help for that particular different task and the different responsibilities, right? So that what are the resources you are going to use for doing all these changes to this particular network, that also you need to be taking care of, right? And it should be must align with the what, it should be must align with your the scope of your network, then costing of each and every devices or each of every network topologies whatever you are creating or you are proposing, right? And what are the different resources you are using, right? That should be should be matched with your organizational requirements, right? And so this is very much important in this particular planning phase, right? So again, the output of this particular planning phase, whatever the requirements you are gathering, right, what are the scope, what are the aims of that particular organization, it will be out it will be input to your design phases, right? So in the design phase sorry, so what are the initial requirements you are determining, right? So that will be the planning phase, you need to be taking care of this. And the network specialist, or we can call it as a network architect, can be used all these requirements for the designing part, right? So what will the changes or what will be the requirements he or she can be used. So what are the as I told earlier, the network audit is must be there in your planning phase, because whatever the data comes from that particular network audit or from that particular network analysis, right, that also can be useful for designing a new or a new proposed network, right? And so this particular specification also can be used and it can be mapped with your network organizational requirements and the technical requirements as well, right? Because whatever the network is designing by the network architect, right, that network should be the available to all the end users, right? It should be high availability is there, then reliability is must be there, then security and what we can call as scalability is also there for future scope, right? Performance must be in high performance should be there for whatever you are designing the network, right? So all these are matches with your network requirements, organizational requirements, right, as well as for your technical requirements part, right? So whatever you are designing, right, that will be validated where that will be verified where in your implementation phase, right? So because whatever you are designing phase, right, that will be verification can be done in your implementation phase, right? Because and then only your design can be approved, right? So it must be implementable, right? Your design must be implementable. There must be a not as a scope that whatever you are designing that is not that design is not feasible one, right? It should be not there, right? So whatever you are designing, it must be approved at your implementation level, right? So whatever the components you are using, network components, are you using you're using internet networking devices, you are using transmission media, right? So that must be mapped with your design specification, whatever you are given in your design phase, right? As well as you already know the internet networking devices, what are the different functionalities of it, right? For which layer which devices are used, what is the function of that particular devices, right? So you need to also think upon how to integrate all these devices combined, right? Without existing infrastructure, without disturbing existing infrastructure, how it can be done, integration of networking devices, right? How you are going to secure your implementation, that also you need to be think upon this particular implementation phase, right? Then we will move forward to your operation phase, right? That is level phase number 4, right? Again, whatever the implementation you have done, that is nothing but the input of this particular operation phase, right? It is we can call it as it is an checking whatever the design you are designing for, whatever the network you are designing, right? For that it will be checking whether it will be appropriate or not, right? So how it will be going to check? It will be monitor your performance of your network, right? It will be for example we are also going to implement this particular operational phase with respect to our network performance monitoring in our lab sessions, right? So we are going to monitor a network of 30 labs, because in our lab there are 30 systems, right? So we are going to monitor all the 30 systems network with the help of one tool, that is NagiOS tool, right? In our lab session also, right? So it will be used in this particular operation phases, right? So whatever your network is designed, right, that must be whether it will be network health will be high or not, right? It will be good or not, right? So day by day their availability of the services, whatever the network you are providing, right, that also needs to be checked, right? If any fault is there, right, if any errors are there, right, then some corrections measures would be there, right? If one failure is there, then your plan B must be there, right? So all these things should be there in your operational phases, right? If some scalability needs to be done, right, some removation of some internet networking devices that faults occurs, right, then some alternative way you must have, right, in order to achieve the high availability of your network, right? Then the last phase is your optimize phase, right? The sixth one phase, right? It is nothing but for your proactive network management, we can call it as, right? Because what our goal is that to identify and resolve the issues, right, before the any kind of the problems or any kind of the failure arises, right? And due to that the organization network is failed, affected, totally, right? So that's why we need to more concentrate on the fault detection and correction. So, and for that purpose troubleshooting we can do for many of the time, right? So because we cannot predict and mitigate the failures, right? In live problems, right? So for that purpose we must understand how the troubleshooting can be taking place, what the different tools can be used for this particular part, right? And if error occurs, what we have as an backup. All these things we need to check in this particular optimization phase, right? And we need to give the support to the organizational by considering their requirements as well as their technical requirements as well, right? So this particular thing also you need to keep in mind, right? So if the question is asked in your examination, what is a PPDIO network lifecycle model and what are the different phases, so this particular diagram you need to first of all draw. Okay, so total 6 phases are there, right? Once input is once output is nothing but the input for the second phases that you need to keep in mind. So if you see here in the last 6th phase, right, optimize to preparation phase, is also one arrow is there. Why this particular arrow is there? Because for example, if any network problem is there, any issue is there, or any upgradation will be required in your existing network, right? Then again you need to be think upon the requirements of that existing networks, right? You again need to think upon what is the plan, how to where to you need to be placed that particular internet networking devices, right? So planning, design and implementation, all these phases you must be taking care of again, right? So that's why it is nothing but, again I have mentioned here, from optimization to preparation, all again this particular arrow is comes, right? So in in examination also you need to explain these all phases one by one, right? And after that you need to again give this particular the benefits of this particular life cycle also, right? Then and then only you will get the out of marks in this particular question, right? So if you see if I want to discuss about the benefits of this particular network design life cycle, right? So the first benefit is what, the lowering the total cost of the network ownership, right? So whenever I am talking about the cost of the network, right, so you must think upon the technology, what are the requirements of the technology, right? You need to validate it, right? Then you need to you need to check the efficiency of the network, right? Whoever is the whoever is the operated this particular network infrastructure, right, he must be taking care of all the troubleshooting part, right? So what are the infrastructure is going to be changed, right? What are the resource requirements is there, right? You must be known it in advance, right? You must know what are the alternatives of it, yeah, right? You must be designed in a such a way that the in minimum cost that network can be established, right? So all these things you must know, right? So it will be affect in cost of the network as well, right? Because the failures are less, right? Then the maintenance cost is also less, right? So it will be cost effective, right? So that also you need to keep in mind, and it will be achieved in this particular PPDIO process, right? Because we have from designing to implementing to operate to optimize, right? So from optimize also we are improving the cost of the network as well, right? So next one is increasing network availability, right? So how the network can be increased, the availability of the network. Obviously if you remember we have studied one concept, a reliable network. In that also we will discuss this, right? If internet networking device is having a multiple links, right? Some, for example, if one internet networking device is failed, then alternative path is there to send a packet from source to destination, right? That is nothing but the fault tolerance, right? Then the QoS parameter must be there. Then infrastructure layers, security of the internet networking device is also there, right? So this can be affect in your the network availability, right? So you can available network you can increase with the help of such methods, right? So this is also one of the benefits of this PPDIO. Then improving business agility, right? As we seen from business requirement, technological requirement or technological stacks also, right? We need to check the what is the what we can call it, and the successive requirements, right, which we can be satisfied with our current and existing and the proposed networking infrastructure, right? There also you need to taking care of what are the business goals are there, right? And according to that, whether the network is actually functioning or not, right? That you need to be checked, right? And you can use that particular internet devices, you can configure that, you can integrate all these components, right, to check to improve the agility of the businesses, right? And because it will be enhancing your the performance continuously, right? So it will be helpful for to improve the agility of the business as well, right? And the last one, the accelerating access to the application and the services, right? Obviously the whatever is the services which are providing our proposed architecture, right? So whatever it will be the operational or it will be assessment of this particular network, right? You need to improve it, right? You need to plan the network technology and services in a such a way that, right, the service delivery must be efficient, right? And then it must be security must be there, availability must be there, reliability must be there, stability must be there. Then and then only what the application can accessible from the net with the help of the network, right? And then only your system will be reliable and it will be useful for the end users, right? So all these benefits also you need to be taking care of, right? So what we have covered today is all the 6 phases of this particular network design methodology, right? There are different benefits of it that also we have discussed, right? So after that there is one test, but before that I need to tell you something related to your course page, okay? And for that, 1 second, I just make one change, just give me a minute.